Hey, so what I wanted to do is every time I recorded a song, I wanted to talk a little bit about it and kind of show how I play it or what I've done to try and learn it. And I thought it would be best to separate it into two different videos in case somebody just wanted to listen to the song. It would kind of ruin the whole feel of it if you had to listen to me talk to myself for too long before we got into the swing of it. As I said, I've had the Bouzouki for about a week. I'm not by any stretch an expert, but I have been picking for a long time, and to be honest, I found it to be pretty intuitive. Now, I mean, I have been playing guitar pretty regularly for about 20 years, so it's not my, first rodeo, so to speak. But I don't think you have to be playing for 20 years before you can make sounds out of an instrument and enjoy it. By the way, if you want to skip all this crap, me talking, and get straight to the kind of tutorial part, I'll try to put some timestamps on the video so you can just skip me and my monologue. So Swallowtail Jig, beautiful tune. I actually learned it first on the old Dixon tin whistle here, which I find is the best way to learn any kind of Irish or Celtic tune. I'll qualify and I'll say Irish or Celtic because I actually have learned and loved lots of Scottish tunes in the last couple of years. So we should make a distinction there. You Irish get enough credit, I think. You can share some for the Scots. But anyways, on the penny whistle, man, my advice would be get yourself a penny whistle. Everybody should own a penny whistle and learn to play it. It's the most intuitive instrument I've ever picked up. I find it, I won't say trivial to learn tunes on it, but man, is it a lot easier to learn on this and then transpose it to something else like the mandolin or the bouzouki. So the Swallowtail Jig, I learned it on this by watching a video of a guy, Capo, I think is how he would pronounce it. It's in French. His YouTube handle is in French. And I saw a video of him playing a set, several jigs, kind of back to back on YouTube, and I thought it was fantastic. It was low production quality, as you see here, and I didn't think it was lacking anything. I thought he did really good, and not only did it inspire me to learn Swallowtail on the whistle, but also to just make low production videos, kind of to have let's say an audio video record of kind of my journey through music, because it's been a big part of my life. Okay, sorry for that really awkward transition. I made a mistake in the recording and I suck at video editing, so that's as good as I could come up with. What happened was I just recorded me talking a bunch about theory, which is really not a good idea because it's not that I don't know a lot of theory, it's that there's a lot of big holes in my theory. And so although I might talk about it at another time, I don't think I'm going to talk about it now. I'm just going to get into it, and I guess what I will do is refer to the numbers of the frets, starting from the capo. Speaking of which, let's put a capo. G, D, A, D are my strings from lowest tone to highest. G, D, A, D. But I want to make life easier on myself because I'm going to play this in E minor. So I'm going to capo on the second, and instead of G, D, A, D, I now have A, A, E, B, E, E. But we'll be playing in minor. So one last thing, G, D, A, D, as I said, just forget about the capo. I'm going to use this interchangeably. I'll try to use the numbers as some sort of a a standard by which you can understand what I'm talking about. G, D, A, D, Irish Bouzouki, Fiddle, Mandolin, G, D, A, E, G, D, A, E. And so if you want to play this on the mandolin or the fiddle, it's totally possible, but anything I do on my top string here, you're going to have to, it'll be a little bit different for you, and we'll try and talk about it. I'll try and show you on this mandolin here. So, let's begin. By the way, lastly, jig. Timing is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Jiggity, 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 jiggity. Whatever. You just need to get that kind of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in your mind. If you're not used to playing jigs, it can take a little while to get used to. It's a lot different than like rock or pop songs. But anyways, you'll get used to it. If you're here, obviously you've heard jigs before. You must like jigs, or you wouldn't be watching a guy play Celtic music on a bouzouki. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. And jigs, probably most Irish tunes, Celtic tunes, I'm not an expert at all, but are split into kind of an A part and a B part. And we will now do the B part. We will now do the A part, but there'll be another awkward transition before we get into it. Okay, so I've done a couple takes, and I think I finally got something that's going to work out for us here. Hopefully you can see this. The strings are the, well, without the capo it would be G, D, A, D. With the capo it's A, E, B, E, and that's how I'm going to refer to the strings. One more time, A, E, B, E. I'll go over quickly before we get into the A section all the notes that we're going to play, all the frets that we're going to strike here to play this song. And I'm going to begin on this E string right here. And here we go. We start with open, 2, 3, 5. Then on the B string here, we're going to play the same. Open, 2, 3, 5. And on the bottom E string, we're going to play open, 2, 3. That's all we're going to That's all we're going to need, sorry, for the little noodling there, for this song. We could play this 5th fret on this E string, as we did play it up here. Since these are the same strings, they must be in the same, this note must work, but we just won't need it for this song. The very last fret that we will need to strike for this song is this 5th fret right here. On the A string, your lowest string tonally, and that's going to come up in a bar. When you're going to have to kind of sandwich, you're going to have to bar the 5th fret on that string and that string at the same time. It's going to come up, and you just kind of watch my fingers. I'm not sure how I'll indicate what string I'm striking. Maybe it'll be obvious. You may be able to see the strings vibrate. Maybe I'll try to put a little kind of thing here, some letters or something to come up on the screen. I'm not sure how I'll do it, but let's see how it goes. I want to get it recorded first. We're going to start on the 3rd fret on this E string, and I'll try to play it slow. So, you probably realized that what I did there was I repeated myself. I played the first part, and then I repeated it, and that together gives you the A part of the song. Starting here again, 3, open, 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 3, 2, 3, open, 5, 3, 2, 5, 5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it now and watch it and see if that makes any sense whatsoever. And if it does, we'll move on to part B. And if it doesn't, you'll never see this. So, good news. I'm satisfied with it. I think it works. I think you could probably follow that and kind of learn the first part. I mean, you might have to watch it a few times, and I think you can even slow videos down on YouTube. But basically just take it slow, until you find it. You need to be able to, essentially you need to be able to whistle the melody. You need to be able to whistle the tune or hum the tune or whatever, or I feel like you really don't have much of a chance to play it. You need to be able to know what the melody's going to do. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it staying on the same note? And if you can do that, and you know, as I showed you there, all the frets that you need to play in the song, there's no way you can't figure it out eventually, So, yeah. Before I go on to the part B in the same kind of style with the camera down here, I'm going to just take out the whistle for a second, because what I love about the Swallowtail Jig comes in part 2, or part B, sorry, and it really, I think it's best heard on the whistle. What I'm doing in part B on the Bouzouki is a pale imitation of what I'm doing on the whistle. By the way, I'm not very good at the whistle, but the sound I make on the whistle, I'm trying to reproduce on the Bouzouki, and I think it works. I enjoy it. So part A, which I'll just go through, I hope the sound works. I noticed a bit of peaking on the recording as I was playing it back and watching it. Just trust that I'll get better over time, and hopefully these won't turn into like sprawling 20-minute tutorials, because there's really no need for it. But like everything, I'll get better over time. That's what I keep telling my wife. So here on the whistle, part A. It's a D whistle. I can pretty easily play E minor, by the way, on the D whistle, so if you're not familiar. Now for part B. It kind of sounds a bit better, faster. I feel like it's more natural. Like that. And I just love it. We have like hundreds of swallows that feed here behind our house in the gutway on the lake there in the summertime, and they're fantastic. My son and I build like houses for them, and I just love watching them. Try to take photos of them and watch. Anyways, so yeah, that's part of the reason why I really love this tune. But what I'm trying to do there with that little trill there, I'm trying to reproduce that in part B on the Bouzouki. So I'm going to stop this now and pick up the Bouzouki again, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so back at it now. So part B is going to begin on the B string here, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to open 2, 3, okay? And then we're playing the open on the bottom E string here. So open, 2, 3, open. And this is where that trill part comes in. And the way I do it on the Bouzouki, and I'm sure somebody better could do a better job, but I find it sounds good enough. Okay, so that was the open, 2, 3, and now here on this E string, I'm playing open. And I'm just hammering on. So open, 2, 3, open, hammer, open, 3, open. So when I say hammer there, or that's probably not the correct word, but I'm essentially rolling my first and my second finger here down the second and third fret. Open, 2, 3, open, and then I'm striking the open again, but I'm trying to get three, like a triplet here. I'm trying to get 3 notes out of one. The open, 2, 3 in the space of one note. So what I'll do is I'll try to play it slowly. As I did in the part A section, I'll rhyme out. By that I mean I'll say the frets I'm playing. But when I get to the trill part, I'm just going to say trill. And by trill, you understand that. Open, 2, 3 as a triplet in one note. And yeah, so let's see how it goes. So starting again on the B string here. Open, 2, 3, open, trill, open, 3, open. And I'm gonna, reposition just in case I do need the space up there to show you what string I'm playing. I think I'll hold it here and I'll open, 2, 3, open, trill, open, 3, open. Open, 2, 3, open, trill, open, 3, 2, 3. Hold on. Oh, whoops. So it's open, 2, 3, open, trill, open, 3, open, 3. Bit labored. Probably should go back and cut that, but I'm just going to plow ahead here and hope that you've got that. So I'm going to play it slow. Open, 2, 3, open, trill, open, 3, open, 2, 3, open, trill, open, 3, open, 2, 3, open, trill, open, 3, open, and then the final part. 3, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 3, open, open, open. So once again, that's 3, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 3, open, open, open. And let me play it again. Now the whole thing, I'm not going to say it, I'm just going to play it. And then you just repeat that, and that's your whole B part. Okay? And so on and so forth. Yeah, there you have it. Well, let's pause, and I'll do this face to face, so you're not just staring at my fingers down here. By the way, finally, when you finish that B part and you want to loop it all back together again with the A part, you're going to play everything I've just told you. You're going to play the A part, you're going to play the B part. When you finish the B part, you're going to link them with this 2 fret right here on your lowest E string. So I'll just 2, 3, open, open. You're kind of just playing just before that one beat on your first 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But just before you get back into your A section, you're just going to add that in there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So. Okay, one final awkward transition. Okay, I lied, and there's actually one more awkward transition because I forgot to show the mandolin. My mandolin's nothing special, but anyways, it is a mandolin. So, as I said before, we had G, D, A, D on the Bouzouki, but this is now G, D, A, E, or because of the Capo, it's A, E, B, F right now because of the Capo. But what happens is if you do your one, open, 2, 3, you see it doesn't work because unfortunately this string here is a whole tone higher than it would otherwise be. Now I could detune it, no problem. I wouldn't be afraid to do that. Maybe somebody that knows more about this than me would say that's not a good idea, but I'd say go for it. However, we can still play it, no problem. But what we're going to have to do here for the part B is so we're going to have to hit this 5th fret here. Okay, on the, what is this now? A B string. Okay, so instead of open, 2, 3, and then picking up the E on the open here, we're actually going to have to find it right here. So open, 2, 3, 5. And now what we're doing is we're actually going to be, our trill is just going to be here. We're going to strike this string open now and just hammer on the 1. So but otherwise, it's the same. So, like I say, if you can reproduce what you just saw there, you can play it on a mandolin and a fiddle. If you know how to bow, you can play it on a fiddle. Yeah, so now this is really the final transition. Okay, very final section to the video because already it's 22 minutes long, which seems like a bridge too far. If you're still with me, what are you doing with your life? No, I mean, I joke, but like I say, if this ever becomes something I do regularly, I hope and expect that it'll get more concise, at least a little bit shorter. And I mean, listen, 22 minutes, that's 22 minutes of what I think is acceptable quality video. You can only imagine how much I've cut and how long I've been sitting down here with a bed full of instruments beside me. Listen, if you, if for some reason you listen to me play that and you're like, wow, I can't play as good as that guy, which, I mean, it's a long shot, but if you feel that way, you know, it's not about playing as good as anybody else. It's about playing as good as you can play, and playing such that you enjoy yourself when you're playing music, making music. One last little anecdote, and I'll sign off. But I had a buddy in high school who I used to always bring. I used to listen to a lot of punk music and, you know, whatever in high school, and I'd always bring on my little portable CD player to this guy who was a really good guitarist in one of my classes, and I'd say, hey Mike, you know, could you play this solo? Could you play this solo? That's pretty good, hey? And he'd always just kind of be like, yeah, I guess so. You know, I could probably play this. Oh, I probably couldn't play that one, whatever. But eventually he got sick of me doing this and shoving my dirty headphones in his ears. And he was like, listen, Phil, when I'm playing a song, I don't try to play the solo that the guy that wrote the song played, or the girl. Because, you know, I'm either not as good as that guy or I'm better than that guy. And so what I want to do is play the best solo I can play whenever I'm playing any given song. And wow, made perfect sense. You know, you just want to play the best you can play. If you need to, you know, slow that right down, or if that trill is too tricky for you and you just need to get rid of it and play, you know, the Da, 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 da. I guess it'd be the third fret on your string there. That's the note you should focus. If you can't hit that trill, just focus on that, and you'll get it. And as you play, as you pick, as your right hand gets better and your left hand gets better, you certainly be able to do it. If you're watching a tutorial made by me, I kind of presume that you're at a kind of a beginner level, but whatever. Hey, you're just trying to play music. So anyways, like I say, if there's anybody still listening, man, my sincere thanks. And please let me know in the comments if you did in fact make it this far. And someday I'll put up another one. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you soon.